Victory, the one and only. Yeah. I can't give up on my dreams. I feel like everything is coming along the way it's supposed to be, but it ain't what it seems. I be sleep deprived for weeks. I got my eyes on the prize, so I devise and scheme. Look inside of my eyes, bloodshot, I'm hot. Where we going, jet ride? You don't like it, get from my side. Hey, why you always so fly? I don't really know why. This that sauce you can't buy. You don't know what be going on in my mind. Oh shit, it can't slide. I start spitting this live. I'm just living my life. I ain't thinking shit twice. Smoke weed and I ride. My bad, I'm gone. What's that? My throne. Oh shit, it's victory. And I ain't gotta tell you that I'm cold. Right away, you just know. It shows my look, my tone. They think they fucking with me. Hell no. I got a different approach. I go with my own flow. If you don't know, now you know. You know who it is. I'm coming up. I'm keeping shit 100 plus. My dog calling me, say he got 120. What? Let's get it on. The money looking right, but still it's feeling wrong. I'm telling myself to leave this shit alone. It follow me, but I just wanna let it go. But then again, I'm thinking I don't wanna get it slow. I could do bad without my dogs. I don't really know who to call. All I know is that my team finna ball. Everybody gotta be a boss, and can't nobody be a bitch after they take a loss. You get right back up on your feet and then you shake it off. I know it takes some sacrifices, I'ma pay the cost. You staying or you gon' come along. Look inside of my eyes, bloodshot, I'm hot. Where we going, jet ride? You don't like it, get from my side. Hey, why you always so fly? I don't really know why. This that sauce you can't buy. You don't know what be going on in my mind. Oh shit, it can't slide. I start spitting this live. I'm just living my life. I ain't thinking shit twice. Smoke weed and I ride. My bad, I'm gone. What's that? My throne. Oh shit, it's victory. And I ain't gotta tell you that I'm cold.
Victory with My Eyes off of his new
I ain't gotta tell you that I'm cold.
3P.
2K2V.
I
Victory, the one and
am
only.
so fucking excited to be bringing you this episode today of A Murder of Musicians. This is FX2, your host, and I have been so happy because Victory is finally going to get his chance to be showcased on A Murder of Musicians, the podcast that is made for artists, by artists, and today is a perfect example of what we're doing here on air to help emerging musicians get more brand recognition, get more visibility online, and basically become more of a household name. The word needs to get out about musicians who have talent, and no one seems to be doing that. Everybody keeps repeating the same names over and over again. And guess what? All of the names that everybody's repeating as great musicians, they're already fucking rich. Just look at the lifestyles that these people are living, just dripping in millions of dollars worth of diamonds and shit. And quite honestly, 80% of these musicians fucking suck. Let's be honest. Let's really evaluate their music and their lyrics and the content of their songs and their influence on a generation as a whole, their entire being. Are they evil? Are they a person with a good soul? Are they speaking about stuff that might potentially be beneficial for the generations coming up? Or on the flip side, are they talking about killing people, selling drugs, and, killing cops, and basically not giving a fuck about anything but getting high and, claiming that their gang, group of friends, whatever, is tougher than yours? Is that what we're promoting? Yes. Is that what FX2 Studios is promoting? Fuck no. You know why? Because this guy, FX2, right here, the host of your favorite podcast, has had it up to, I know you can't see me, but up to here with all of that bullshit. You know, I often self-deprecate and make fun of myself because I ramble. And I say that it's a symphony of bullshit that comes out of my mouth. Well, there's a symphony of bullshit that's been playing not only on these streaming platforms, but has been the narrative for all of these paid spokespeople who promote these musicians. When half of the people that are talking up the musicians that are on the radio probably don't even like that type of music. I mean, how could you? That music fucking sucks. I mean, I've been in this game for almost 3 decades, okay? You know, I've been behind the scenes. I'm not your famous named musician, but I have scoured the country and globe to find musicians out there so that they may be evaluated for record companies. That was my job. And that's what I'm good at. And I have not stopped doing that now that I'm working for FX2 Studios, which is, let's be honest, in its infancy. This is my baby. Okay, I birthed this company for the sole purpose of, at first, honestly, was just to have a hobby, because I talk at people a lot, like I'm doing to you right now, and my wife was sick and tired of it, so she demanded I get a hobby. That is how this entire podcast started. Now, it has turned to something completely different. I have this unrelentless urge, desire, bloodlust almost, to flip the fucking music industry upside down if I could, you know? I'm so sick and tired of all of these fucking famous musicians who have absolutely no talent and or never fucking really tried to fucking make a name for themselves by doing the things that someone like VICTORI, the rapper, lyricist, talented artist who you just heard at the beginning of this podcast, okay? This kid, 23 years old, from Detroit, Michigan, is fucking killing it out there, and no one knows his name yet on a global scale. And that's a fucking shame, okay? Because he has the talent to outperform a number of lyricists and rappers out there that you guys claim were fucking, you know, thieved of having a Grammy or something like that, you know. God help us all, you know. That person who sings about fucking having choppers in their hands and taking out the heads of 25 innocent victims should have won a Grammy, but, you know, somebody who's, you know, talking about real shit, we don't even know their names. You know, VICTORI is today's artist, and I'm going to give him all of the spotlight tonight, but let's not forget about the other people that we've had on the show. I'm talking about every single genre. I'm touching metal. I'm touching alternative rock. Let's not forget about the Benj couple episodes ago, guys. All right. That's one of the most talented lyricists and musicians out there right now today. I mean, hands down, if I were to have my old employment status right now and I introduced the bench to my boss, okay, within a month, he would be on the cover of magazines and on the television screen, and everybody would know him. Okay, that's basically the task that I had as a lay, kind of laying back behind the scenes and helping these multi-million-dollar companies find the next product to sell. And that's all that musicians are to big record labels. They're products, right? They're brands that could sell, and everybody makes profit off of that. Well, this is why I'm trying to do something different, and I have angels around me that surround me with wisdom, because everyone that has helped out FX2 Studios in their development has been a godsend, because no one has received a single penny yet for the work that they've done. Honest to God, including myself, I've done nothing but spend money to help promote other people. Now, if you were to look at the website today, FX2 Studios, you would see that there's a section on the website that says price list, right? Now, if you go to the price list, it shows you that there are free services. All you have to do is send me an email, and we will consider to put you on the beginning of one of our podcasts or in our blogs. Put you on our social media sites, all for free. The only catch is, yes, you do need to sign up on our website. The reason for that is because when you sign up and become a member, whether you read the emails that we send you or not, the analytics see you as a number, the number increases, and then the possibilities for affiliate marketing and sponsorships and all that shit starts to eventually happen for this podcast. And if that happens, then we can offer free events like concerts in the park. Listen, guys, I'm in New York right now, and it's not out of the realms of possibility to get a permit to have a live event in one of Brooklyn's 20-somewhat parks, okay? They will allow that. It's around $6,000 to have a stage and amplified music playing, right? So that's a lot for me to dish out myself, and I'm not gonna do it. I'm telling you right now, because I'm married. My wife would fucking chop my dick off if I did that. So that's not happening, guys. I like to stand up and take a piss. So there's no Bobbit action happening anytime soon. But the possibility's there, dude. Like, I'm sorry, I just called the entire audience dude. I'm getting excited, overly enthusiastic, because the possibilities are, there, and they're obtainable. This is not a pipe dream, So once the affiliate marketing comes in, once the sponsorships come in, then I will have excess income that has profited from this venture that I'm putting right back into this venture. And then what you're gonna do as a musician is benefit from it. Right now you're benefiting from it as a musician. Anybody who's been on this podcast has benefited from what we do here for free, okay? Now, in the future, like I said, there's a price list, okay? So, for instance, if you want, like, your album that you're releasing professionally analyzed and critiqued by either myself or a few others that are my good friends and have worked in the music industry for decades now, we will not just tell you if you're onto something or not, but we will have the audacity, I guess you could say, to be frank with you, to be blunt, to be perfectly honest and tell you that music executives or music label representatives, which you'd be speaking to first, they're looking for ABC and XYZ. Okay? Now, these items are essential if they want to keep their job, because if they present it to their boss without those items being checked off, guess what? They're gonna get fucking fired. So, you don't mean shit to them. Okay? They want to get paid and want to continue to get paid by their employer. So, if you don't check off ABC, XYZ, you're never gonna get recognized. And that is a problem, right? Because say you have ABC, XY, but not Z. Well, here at FX2 Studios, yes, we're going to charge you. I think fee is a nominal fee. It's so small. It's like $200 or something like that, right? I'll listen to your entire catalog. I will then give you my honest feedback on it. And I'm not just some rando who's listening to your music and saying, oh, that's cool, it made me feel good, yada yada. No, brah. Like, I will tell you exactly what they want from your music. Who's they? Who's they? They are the people who are eventually, hopefully, if this is your dream, going to be the people that sign your paychecks. Okay? So, I'm here to help you. Think of me as a consultant. Consultants charge fucking hundreds of dollars an hour. $200 to have hours and hours of research into your own music done by me or other people like ATB here, who is part of FX2 Studios. ATB has been around the rap game for just as many years as I've been around rock and roll, electronica, goth, and the hip hop scene. He is involved with so many developmental rappers and, has put his fingerprint. I know he wants to stay anonymous here, but he has his fingerprint on probably at least 3 or 4 groups that you guys all have heard and have memorized the lyrics to. And that's all I'm going to say. Also, we got Mike Dizzle. We got Dizzy in the studio. Okay? He toured this entire globe playing rock and roll music and recently stopped, within the last decade. But he's been around. He knows everybody, from here to fucking Africa that has a venue that you can play in because we have networked it. So, I know I'm rambling on about the company here at FX2 Studios, but the time is now, people. The time is now to jump on board and fucking take advantage of this, because I'm doing this for you. And if I'm not going to get the feedback from the audience, then there's no reason for me to do it any longer. And I don't want to stop doing this, guys. So come on. I'm not saying send me money. I'm saying, like, let me help you. Like, even if it's just that one song that you submit to us for free and we play it on air, like, that's cool. You didn't spend any money. Like, what did you do? You sent a fucking email with a song on it? I mean, come on, guys. Like, it doesn't get any easier than that. When we were all coming up, people my age, you know, I've said it before on air. We used to stand outside of fucking MSG, Madison Square Garden, the Hammerstein Ballroom, the Knitting Factory, all these places back in the day, Irving Plaza, Radio City Music Hall, all months of the year. I'm talking January, February, you know, with snow on the ground, because whoever was in town playing that night. And as soon as the people came out of the doors, you know, 2 a.m, whatever it was, I was there yawning, fucking handing out demo tapes, cassette tapes that I had spent my own money recording, and I was watching people take them and throw them right in the fucking trash, like 10 feet away from me. And, you know, that was something that I had to deal with back in the day, because it was the only way to really network and get the demo tape that potentially could land in the hands of a record executive, you know, and you just don't have any other, or didn't have any other viable option but to do that type of shit back in the day, because, you know, the internet didn't exist like it does today. I wasn't able to just look up Capitol Records and contact them and send them an MP3. Or, even better, you know, send my music to FX2 Studios and have it played on their fucking podcast so that maybe somebody who knows somebody will hear it. Okay? You're not standing outside in the cold, fucking freezing your balls off, just to hand a cassette tape to someone that costs you 65 cents, $1 to, you know, fucking purchase from wherever, and then watch this drunk asshole throw it into a fucking trash can like 5-10 feet away from you. You know how, like, hurtful that is to somebody's self-esteem? You know, there was a lot of inner growth and a lot of real confidence building that I had to do after witnessing that being done to me over and over again. Because I self-promoted along with a bunch of other bands for a few years before I didn't have to do that any longer. But, you know, I just don't understand today's acceptable forms of laziness, right? That's the way I'm going to term it, because you're a musician and you make beats and you want to sell your beats online because somebody's going to buy them, right? Wrong. 800,000 music producers as of 2022 in the United States alone. That's not around the world. And guess what? Around the world, in Germany, in Morocco, in France, in Spain, in Europe, there's a lot more musicians than there are here in America. Because in America, we were, you know, brought up to think that If you write music, you're part of the counterculture, and you're never gonna make a lot of money, and you're never gonna become famous, and it's a pipe dream. So put down that instrument that brings you happiness. That's what we were told as Americans. But around the world, they're making music. So you take that 800,000 number and you gotta triple it. So we're in the millions now, people. There's millions of people out there making music. So how the fuck are you gonna get noticed over somebody else, right? Surprise, surprise. Hint, hint, wink, wink. All you gotta do is send your MP3 to FX2 at FX2 Studios. The link is in the motherfucking bio. Wow. I had to get that shit off my chest. So if you're still with me, and I know you are, get ready for some more fucking out of this world music from my boy VICTORI. He is fucking such a good, talented young lyricist from Detroit, Michigan. And I have a surprise later on in the show, too. A real fucking surprise for you guys, because I am so bad at surprises, or keeping surprises, rather. I'm going to tell you right after this song from VICTORI.
Hey, Vic Baggins. Yeah. I'm on my own shit, that fly shit, I don't need no one to ride with. She my main, but I still treat her like my side chick. Don't talk to me, I'm busy working on this project.
Hey, it's Rick on them keys and them kicks.
I got some goals, it's my life and I'm in control. I got these hoes, but they don't really mean nothing though. They gon' come and go, just like the rain and snow, just like the day before. It's no use holding on, but I can't let them play me so slick. Can't get caught slipping by just any old bitch. I'm hustling until the day I got my own kid. Soon it gon' be everybody tryna say they know Vic. Ayy, I don't know you like that. You ain't used to be my mans. Matter of fact, you used to hate behind my back. Now these bitches tryna throw the cat. Blunts is getting overpaid, money getting overstacked. They frontin', but they know they whack. When you need them, where they at? I don't see nobody, and I like who I am. I wanna be nobody. Another day, another dollar. I stay with the motion, hoping it gon' speed up in a moment. If you need me, I'll be where the microphone is. I know I'm sick, so fuck your diagnosis. I can bring the sauce to any type of clothing. I got swag, I'm legit, and everybody know it. I'm getting closer and closer the more I keep on flowing. I keep going and going, I really got a motive. I'm locked in, focused, dedicated, devoted. I keep smoking and smoking, solo dolo, I'm rolling. I keep pushing and pulling, I'ma make it, I told him. I'm on my own shit, that fly shit, I don't need no one to ride with. She my main, but I still treat her like my side chick. Don't talk to me, I'm busy working on this project. Hey, listen, I'm on my own shit, that fly shit, I don't need no one to ride with. She my main, but I still treat her like my side chick. Don't talk to me, I'm busy working on this project. Okay, yeah. 2K, 2V, best is yet to come. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Alright, that was another one off of VICTORI's newest EP. It's called 3P. If you see the album cover, it looks like a slot machine with three across the board. So it's real easy to notice it in the app store, or the Apple Music catalog, rather. He's also on Spotify. He is all over the place, motherfuckers. Just go into the bio of today's episode and you will find a link that will go to VICTORI's new site, where he's got some crazy new shit about to be unleashed on y'all. I love saying y'all. Even though I'm from New York, I love saying y'all. Anyway, VICTORI is definitely the epitome of the new style of rappers out there that I believe are going to take over mainstream music as far as hip-hop culture goes, the streaming platforms and shit. I really, really feel firmly in the American mentality when it comes to finding music as a way of forgetting, because we love to forget shit in America, or diverting our attention away from what's happening right now, which is World War III. And no, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I am a realist. I am very observant of what the fuck is going on in the world. Right now, we are fighting Russia with a proxy army, and that proxy army is the country of Ukraine and its citizens. Now, here's the Nostradamus moment that I'm gonna go into it for a minute, alright? Here we go, real quickly. We're about to fight China as well. And we're gonna do it the same way we're doing it with Russia. It's gonna be a proxy war front, battlefront, whatever you want to call it, and it's going to take place in Taiwan. If you look at the news recently, today is April 22nd, okay? So, yeah, 4/20/23. A few days ago, I know it was before 4/20 because I was sober, and I was paying attention to the news, and Fox News was going on a little bit of a propaganda Ferris wheel, I like to call it. And they contributed to the brainwashing, I guess you could say, or the shadow government's narrative of the fact that Taiwan is really at a disadvantage from a military perspective, especially the Air Force, when it comes to comparison with China. Guess what? No shit. Okay, Taiwan is a little fucking island, and China is large, people. Have you looked at a fucking map recently? China is humongous. They have so many natural resources there. Of course they have a better military, a bigger military, and more advanced weaponry than Taiwan does. But guess who has weapons and airplanes that are, if not the same as China's, maybe even a little bit better? Guess who has them? Yeah, you're right, Ukraine does. But also, United States. The United States of America is going to get another opportunity to see how we would do when we actually fight Russia and China with our previous models. Think of a car dealership and like all those cars that didn't sell when they first came out, right? So we have all these airplanes sitting at Air Force bases around the world, and they're basically just taking up space and collecting dust because there's new models coming out. Well, you can't just sell a fucking jet plane to, Mike from down the block, because number one, he doesn't have a place to store it, and number two, it's probably illegal to have a fucking jet plane. I don't know, because I don't have enough money to ever even entertain that idea. But if I did have enough money and I tried to buy a jet plane with missiles and guns on it, I don't think that I would be allowed. I'm gonna guess that I'm not allowed to own something like that. When I get off the air here, I'm gonna call up Elon Musk, if you must know, and ask him personally if it's okay to have a missile launching, huge ammunition firing jet plane parked on your estate just for shits and giggles. He would know better than anyone because, he's pretty into the ideas that I like flamethrowers and like rockets and sending shit into outer space because you can. I think that's pretty cool. Why don't we all do that instead of fighting each other across the globe? Like, why don't we all have like how they had the space races and shit like that? Like, why don't we just do something on a global scale and see which country can send, the biggest fucking tinfoil or plastic ball into outer space, right? Because plastic's a big concern of the climate change people, right? Plastic never disappears. So why don't we see which country can design some intergalactic catapult system, right? And see who can get it to the moon. Why don't we turn the moon into an intergalactic golf course, right? Rich people love golfing. So take this, for instance. We go to the moon and we set up golf courses on the moon, or just one gigantic golf course to beat out every other golf course in existence, right? So millionaires spend millions of dollars a year probably traveling to all the great, well-known historic golf courses throughout the fucking country and around the globe, to play on the same green, that the Scots did back in the day, and they spend, all this fucking absurd fucking money, and it means nothing to them. To everybody else who lives in America, that's a lot of fucking money to be spending hitting a ball and then fucking chasing after it. So, here's my idea. Let's go to the moon. We've done it before. Let's do it again. And, we can also use it as a research expedition to see if we can, drill holes in the moon. We'll make a huge amount of holes in the moon. I know that there's a lot of crater holes that already exist, but these are going to be designated for a new form of golfing. We're going to have to think of a new word for it because it's not exactly golfing, but I like that intergalactic catapult game idea where we launch a specified weighted piece of plastic or other non-biodegradable substance, and we get it the fuck off this planet and put it on the moon. But we do it in a way that's competitive against other countries. So it's like a new Olympics, right? It's like who can fucking throw their discus or a javelin to the moon. But only we're going to do it on, like a military scale where we're fucking like trying to really compete against other countries to, have bragging rights, because that's basically all war is, right? Like we beat you, haha, we have bragging rights. And, there's a lot of money involved and bullshit too, but, in the end of the day, it's basically a dick measuring contest between countries to see who won in which war. So let's flip the script on that while we're at flipping the script on the music industry. You see all these fucking great ideas that we have here at FX2 Studios? So, intergalactic catapult competition. I'm all for it. If I had the money, I would be fucking advertising that shit. I'd start a website, a podcast, and I would really, try my darndest to make it a conversation piece at least, and see how far it goes, because I'm a little devious like that. I like to stir the pot. What I don't like is when other people stir the pot with stuff that is just disgusting to ingest, and why would you even put it in the pot to begin with? And what I mean by that is the shitty music that's out there. And I told you I'm really bad at surprises, and I am, so I'm going to tell you what is coming up. It's an actual question and answer podcast with VICTORI. He's being featured today. We heard 2 of his songs already. When you're finished with this podcast, I know you're all going to go follow his link, go to his website, and listen to all the rest of his music. I'm going to give you another song right now, and then we're going to get into the interview. Yay! I'm really fucking excited. I'm not even fooling around right now. This is a good day. It's a good day for everybody because, I'm laying it out there. This is the foundation of FX2 Studios. This is our manifesto. Anybody that has been on the show has spoken to me personally over the phone, and they can attest to the fact that, this is me. I'm exactly the same on the air as I am off the air. Maybe a little bit crazier off the air, but this is me, man. Like, I'm not fucking some snake oil salesman. I am not trying to be a billionaire, and if I were trying to be a billionaire, I wouldn't be doing a fucking podcast, okay? There's no money in this shit. The reason why I'm doing it is to, really, really help other people out there that are making good music that others should be listening to. That's it. And I also like to bullshit and, ramble and rant and rave. So this is perfect for me. So it's a win-win. You guys get your music played for free, and I get to, talk about intergalactic catapult competitions, which is really fucking cool. And while you're listening to this song, this is one of my favorite songs from, you guessed it, VICTORI. And that's VICTORI with an I, motherfuckers. Don't forget that. The song is titled Minds. Not with a Z at the end of it. You know how much I love Z's at the end of shit. He put an S. M-I-N-E-S. Minds. So check this jam out. And after that, you're going to hear from Mr. VICTORI himself.
Wait, you look inside my eyes. You can tell that I'm a... Yeah. Bundle up, motherfucker, cause it's a cold world. I don't give a fuck about who fucking on my old girls. Use a motherfucking bird, so they gon' fly. And if you ain't motherfucking heard,
Rick
bitch,
on
I'm
them
gon'
keys
fly.
and them kicks.
Yeah, just wait until these songs drop. Matter of fact, you ain't gotta wait, just look inside my eyes. You can tell that I'm about mine. You don't keep it real, so we can't slap fives. I know you wouldn't give me yours, so you can't have mine. Ring, ring, that's the motherfucking trap line. Bitch, I try to take a step back, but I'm back on. It like I'm looking for what I can't find. At night I get up on my knees and then I ask God, Lord, why? I be caught up in the lie. This shit ain't right. Too many felonies in the ride. Everybody keeps switching
2K, 2V. I love that part when he's like, ring, ring, it's the motherfucking trap line. Guess what, motherfuckers? Guess who I just found?
Vic Baggin.
Vic Baggin.
Vic Baggin.
Vic Baggin. Call it out.
V2K. Victory 2K.
V2K. I'm gonna drop a bomb. Can I talk about that secret that you just told me? Oh my god, I am so fucking excited. Thank you, Victory. Alright, I'm about to drop a bomb out there. Victory has been working his fucking ass off developing, probably it's going to be the dopest fashion line y'all ever fucking came across, right?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be big. I don't really want to talk too much about it till it starts rolling out.
Yeah, but listen, that's a hush hush. The only a few of you out there in the audience know about right now. And if any of you run your mouth, you know what happens to motherfuckers like you. So, we just listened to a couple of tracks off of 3P, which is the new EP from Victory. Victory, man, it's apparent in your vocal tracks just how dynamic the lyrical content is. It's so amazing to hear a talented fucking rapper again. Man, tell us, how you get so much fucking, like, power and, like, command behind your vocals, man. It's, like, straight up, like, one of the more confident styles of lyrics that I've heard in a while.
You know, I appreciate that, man. But, you know, it just comes from a passion of the art, a love for the music, how much I appreciate the music.
Mm-hmm.
So I appreciate the music so much that I want to do something so great on that microphone to where I can feel like that the music is appreciating me for what I'm bringing to the music game and to the life and the world of music.
You know what? You don't spare a fucking ingredient when you conveying that to the world, man. You're creating a masterpiece, you know, like a great chef in the kitchen. Because I can hear not just what the mediocre type of lyricists do out there, where they just try to like sound like Dr. Seuss, but in a cooler way. You know what I mean? By talking about choppers and racks and shit like that. But with you, it's like, you know, I'm an older cat, so I got experience listening to a real town back in the day, you know, and I'm getting a little bit of that nostalgic, reminiscent, like 90s style lyrical content from you. Like Pac and Biggie and Nas and all those cats and Jay-Z back in the day, like, when you listen to their shit, like, it empowered you. You know, you didn't just look for ops fucking hiding behind bushes in the corner, you know, you felt good about yourself when you fucking put on that music, and that's what I'm getting from you. And, oh man, I'm so happy that, like, you and I became friendly, because you got a lot to come, just like you say in your songs, man, the best is yet to come, right?
Yes, sir.
Best is yet to come. So, what else besides the secret shit that you can't tell us about now? You been working on any more tracks, or right now you just, I know you got a million things going on, my man, but, can you tell the audience we got any more, songs to look forward to?
Yeah, of course, I got, you know, a long list of songs ready to drop, a long list of songs being worked on, you know. A couple more tapes in the works.
I love it.
And, it's all coming with time.
That's amazing, man. Sometimes there's like people claiming they're rappers, vocalists, whatever, and they put out like 1 or 2 tracks, right? And it's like, what you got brewing? What's happening? It's like, oh, I'm just waiting for the right beat. I'm waiting for this. It's so refreshing to hear a musician like yourself that is not ever content with being stagnant. You're like a shark. You keep moving till or you're gonna die, and that type of mentality is what is alive in your vocals. For me, anyway, that's what I feel. I've been behind the glass, so to speak, in the studio for such a long amount of time that I have really wondered what the mindset is of the lyricist while they're in the booth, because from just little stories I've heard over the years, people lose themselves in that booth and become part of the music. And whenever I heard someone describe their time inside of like the mic booth in a studio like that, it really gave me a different perspective and respect for those individuals, because it spoke to me on a whole nother level. It told me that they were able to put them in a different mind frame. So they were almost like transported to a different dimension within their own mind, of course, and not from psilocybin or any other LSD or psychedelic like that, as far as I know. But they were able to get in the zone, is what I'm getting at, and really take control over that vocal track and make it their own. So I've never done that myself, and I know the audience hasn't, but do you feel like empowered when you were in that booth?
Yeah, it's a whole different energy and environment,
Wow.
Going from, going into the booth and being in the studio and being in that creative zone.
Do you automatically get into that type of mindset? Or is this something that you gotta work to get to?
Yeah, at this point, it's just about living the mindset, but you gotta work to incorporate that as part of your lifestyle and as part of how you move every day,
Yeah, man, I get it, because, I fool around when I'm in the studio with rappers sometimes, because I'll write beats for them or whatever, and then, a little bit later in the day, we all get a little lifted, and they're like, hey, why don't you get in the booth and spit some shit? And let me tell you something, if it wasn't for the delete button, I would not be heard right now, because I fucking suck, and people would not respect me. It does take a different energy, and like you were saying right there, it's like a mindset, a daily type of swag you gotta have about yourself before you get behind the mic. And that's basically what I feel when I listen to your lyrics, man. Like, you got that going, and like you saying in your shit, like, the best is yet to come. For you in the audience that don't know, this is a young cat. I'm an old motherfucker. I'm OG. I'm in my 40s. This cat is lucky if he could buy beer on a good day. Am I correct by saying that, Mr. Victory?
I'm 23.
23. Yeah, son, I'm 41. So let me tell you, back in the day when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore, but some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. You ever hear those lyrics?
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you know? Wait a minute. This might be the first person ever. Do you know who wrote those lyrics? In the day when
I
I
know
was
about
young.
Gangsta.
What's up? You know about Gangsta? That's my man.
Of course, man.
See, this is a real fucking musician. Like, you know your history of rap and hip
Above
hop.
the clouds, holding it down.
Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, man. Oh shit, I love talking to people that know music, man. Like, man, if I could transport myself back in the day, I would be attending a block party. You know what a block party is, right? Like, for people that don't know, block parties are like where you're allowed to cut the street down so no cars could pass by, right? So you get those like wooden horses and you put them at the ends of each block. Now that was something significant growing up in New York because, you know, you can't just shut down the road willy-nilly style, you know? So we had the ability to do this one day a year. And back in the 80s, in Staten Island, New York, they used to have block parties right in front of this like housing project called the Stapleton Houses. And there were 3 cousins that lived there. The 3 cousins, get this, RZA, GZA, and ODB. They all lived in the same housing project in Staten Island. And when they had these block parties, they would get up on the stage and they would just freestyle over people that were DJing. And that was the beginning of Wu-Tang Clan. Ooh, drop a little knowledge on everybody. I hope I didn't put you to sleep, Victory. I'm sorry. But are you as into music history as I think you are?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And you know something, you could hear it in your vocals because your shit's real, and I cannot wait to hear more. And oh man, you have your own website now. Tell me about that. What is it? Victory made it?
So VICTORI2K.com.
Victory2K.com. It's going to be in the episode bio for everybody out there that has short-term memory loss like myself. Okay, so just look in the episode bio. We have to, or end this, go to my website. You already know about it, fx2.com, but fx2studios.com. See, I don't even know all the time. To be able and to there'll be a link right there. What we call here at A Murder of Musicians, your last words. Like, they're about to pull a switch on you, right? And out in the audience of people that are sick puppies and they want to watch you get fucking put to death, you have the ability to say something. What's your last words, my bro?
I gotta thank God.
Yes.
Victory2K.com.
Yes.
The best is yet to come. It's Victory, the one and only. And you know what it is.
Yes. Oh, and you get an applaud from the fucking people behind the glass. Thank you so much, Victory. Everybody out there, go check out his fucking links, his website, everything. You're going to stay in touch with me. If you want to get in touch with him, you know, if he has a contact on his website, I don't know, hit him up there. If not, hit me up and I will broker that introduction. I will get you in touch with Victory. If you're out there, you got a events that are out there, you want to pay this cat to come model some clothing because, you know, I'm a fanboy to heart. This kid is going places and you better jump on board the Victory chain and check out his links today. The best is yet to come, like my man just said. Thank you, Victory. It's been fucking off the chain, bro. I really appreciate you taking the time today. Thank you.
Mr. Fresh, thank you, brother.
No doubt, no doubt. And for everybody else out there, I'll see you later, motherfuckers. I'll see you later, motherfuckers. Later, motherfuckers. just want to say thank you real quickly to VICTORI. Check out his link in today's episode bio. One of the most talented lyricists I've come across in the last number of years. Really, really on his way to something amazing. And you heard his music and his responses to my stupid-ass questions first here on A Murder of Musicians. So, once again, go to the website, fx2studios.com. All you need to do is become a member. Go to the member section, join, validate your email, and send me an MP3 or a link to your band or your music site, whatever it is. I'm here to work for you guys right now, like we said earlier. The train is leaving the station, and now's the time to board while the ticket prices are very low, if not free. So get it while the getting's good, as they say, and take advantage of my generosity and my stupidity, because anyone else who's doing this shit is making money and I'm not. So why don't you just take advantage of me like I'm a dirty little music whore? That's how we say it on Strong Island. Whore. I just wanted to keep talking a little longer and see how many people are going to say to the end. I'm an analytics nerd myself. So, if you did stay to the end, I'm going to reward you. If you go to fxstudios.com and become a member, and in your member message, you write the word octopus, I will personally respond to that email with something of monetary value. I promise you that. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it's not just going to be a congratulations, you got the fucking thing right, you did it, you followed directions. No. It'll be worth your while. And that's pretty fucking cool, man. Just for listening to me ramble for over an hour, you're gonna get something for free. Alright. I can't talk to you anymore because I have nothing to say. So until you listen to my voice again on another podcast, peace out, motherfucker.